So now that vaccines are being opened up to all Indians, does India have enough vaccines to vaccinate everyone over the age of 18 years? This is the important question. In his meetings, Prime Minister Modi has stressed that vaccination was the biggest weapon in our fight against Covid-19. The Finance Ministry is also now taking steps to ensure that production is happening at the scale at which the demand is in fact going to be. Sunil Prabhu joins us with the very latest. Sunil, sources in the Finance Ministry are now telling you that 100% advance has been given to vaccine manufacturers till July. Will this boost production of vaccine in order to be able to meet the renewed surge in demand from the 1st of May?
Definitely. I think there is a 200 million doses which are expected from Serum Institute and another 90 million from the Bharat Biotech. So definitely 3,000 crores to the Serum Institute, 1,500 crores to Bharat Biotech. This is something that the government of India had been hoping, as you explained, and those terrible statistics that we are seeing in terms of the death rate, as well as the increase and the spurge that we're taking, the second wave that India is witnessing. It's in that context that, as you rightly pointed out, if India has to succeed, it has to get everybody vaccinated. And if you have to get it vaccinated, you need to get the numbers right. You need to have enough of vaccines. Vaccine manufacturers now will have to ensure that they deliver. How can they deliver? We can't just leave it to just Bharat Biotech as well as Serum Institute. There are also others who are expected to come in, from Sputnik to Moderna to Pfizer to everybody else, who are going to be allowed regulatory permission, even though they have, already committed, and it may take some time to come on Indian soil. But nevertheless, the fact of the matter is that they need to get those numbers right, and that is the reason why the government of India, without bank guarantees, has given these vaccine manufacturers that required funds to ensure that they go ahead. Now, the most important point which we were talking about, it was the other 50%. 50%, as you rightly said, will be sold by Bharat Biotech and Serum Institute to Government of India at 150 rupees at government hospitals. And those frontline workers and everybody else who require it, especially the poorest of the poor, will be able to go to government institutes. What happens to the other 50%? It's in an open market, but at a predetermined price. And that predetermined price will be decided and will have to be publicized by these manufacturers in advance. And states, as well as industrial institutes, as well as private hospitals, can buy that vaccine from the open market, from the vaccine manufacturers, so as to be able to ensure that there is no let-up. Why are they doing this? Because most of these vaccine manufacturer companies had requested not to cap, because they need to make some amount of profit. Bharat Biotech, for example, had invested a lot in research and development. Serum Institute had to pay in terms of patent to the AstraZeneca. Not that they'll be making huge profits, but an underlying motive was there that profit needs to take place so as to ensure that these vaccine manufacturers can survive and do well, even though this is a pandemic. So these are the factors which went into the government's decision, and hopefully with the fact that they have put open 50% to the open market, there will be a fresh push, a fresh impetus to vaccine manufacturers to deliver and ensure that the world's largest vaccination program in India is succeed and gets the required vaccines for everybody to be vaccinated.
Right. Also, quick clarification, Sunil, before we move on, as far as the age group of 18 to 45 is concerned, there's going to be no free vaccination even at government centers. Is that correct?
Well, if anybody who wants to go, because see, the reasoning was very clear that anybody in government hospitals between 18 to 45 can get vaccinated free. That stands. It is still remains the same. But of course, those vulnerable sections and those who have access to it, so it's very clear. So it will definitely be for the poorest of the poor, those who are below poverty line, those who have access to government hospitals, will definitely get it free of cost, even if we are between 18 and 45.
All right.